Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212. I'm with Connor Farley. What's up, Connor?
Hello.
What's up, Sally?
You know nothing, Batman.
Ah! There you go. I gotta tell you, I was on break from work. And, of course, while I'm eating, I'm scrolling the news and Twitter, and I'm like, oh, my God! Right, Connor? Freak it out. So what happened?
Well, it appears out of absolutely nowhere, which I'm absolutely thrilled about, Kitt Harington is being considered by Warner Brothers for the Batman role in. Is it only Matt Reeves' film or is it beyond?
Right now we don't know because Ben Affleck is in rehab and there's talk of them letting him go.
Yeah. Well,
so I don't know.
That's probably what's going to happen because he's going to be in rehab for quite a while.
Yes. It ain't going to be 6 weeks. It's going to be months. So if he was to film something, which I believe he was supposed to film something like, I know I think Superman shows up in Shazam, but I think that Batman was supposed to show up either in Suicide Squad 2 or like a Harley Quinn movie or something. And he's not even going to be available to do that. I don't know. I mean, it's a very difficult situation because they don't want to. On one hand, they cannot hold up the whole universe for him, and two, it's a personal matter. You know, they don't want to look like a bunch of jerks for doing it. But that's why they're hoping that he just. I think they're trying to get him to say he's leaving the role rather than them fire him.
Yeah.
Like, and just step away. But I don't know if he's going to do that because, again,
I had a feeling, to be honest, that he would step down because he was originally going to write and direct the Batman, wasn't he? And then
originally.
And then he lost. He either lost it out because the studio wanted something different, or he gave it up. And I thought from that point on, there's no way he'd continue being Batman.
Right. What's up, Vaughn?
What's up?
The situation too. Basically, he wasn't promoting Justice League right. He was not getting along with the cast members. They were kind of feeling uncomfortable with him cracking jokes, and then. Many a times he said he's leaving, he's staying, he's leaving, and staying. And I know Jennifer Gardner, she helped him with the rehab thing. But while the rehab thing was going on, he signed the divorce papers. Like he's doing stuff in rehab, which now he's officially divorced. Yeah. Which I'm sorry, but I understand that things go on, but. I personally feel that he shouldn't be signing anything and doing anything while he's in rehab because kind of he's not in his right state of mind anyway.
I think there's too much, not bad press, but contentious press behind him at the moment for him to take on such a big franchise like Batman again.
See, I know he did stuff and he ruined his marriage. That's on him. Yeah. And I understand they're going to get a divorce, but I would kind of think that none of that would happen while he was not right there and in rehab. But unfortunately, I guess it's done. But he shouldn't really be saying anything for rehab, really. Like, not even a goddamn announcement that he's leaving the role of Batman. So they should just. I mean, what's going to probably happen is it would be nice if he bows out. Mm-hmm. He's probably not going to. He's probably going to take advantage of the fact that he shouldn't be saying that. They're going to probably let him go. And it's going to get ugly. And it's going to be DC's version that's ugly. And it's kind of going to take potential away from Marvel, too. I mean, look, Kitt Harington is the hottest thing right now. Jon Snow. He would make a great Batman.
It would be a step up because it's a different... But he would have played two bastards, basically.
Ha!
Ooh, damn.
Oh, man. Dude. He's not really...
Except for drop the mic, folks. Good night. We're done, folks.
What, Connor?
He actually knows who his mother is in Batman.
Well, his mother and father are Wayne, so he's not really a bastard in that sense, but...
Yeah.
He's a bastard with the villain.
Well, at least he don't have an ending to do on Batman.
I hope it keep the branding irons away too. I don't want to see that Batman at all.
Yeah.
Just the weirdest stuff that
goes
on in Game of Thrones. It really was.
I know. I can't wait for it to come back.
Alternate timeline that he saw, I could see, but the fact that it was early on, no.
Yeah, so him as Batman, I'm definitely. I think they're gonna get him.
It would be an interesting look for It would be an interesting look for Batman as well.
I think they're gonna sign him.
Yeah, because he's not your typical. He's not like Christian Bale or Val Kilmer or Michael Keaton, is he? He's more.
Would they do it in the lines of year one though?
It's what is Matt Reeves' Batman? It's like a prequel, right? Kind of before the Batman vs Superman thing, like just him, right? Isn't that what that is?
I don't know. You'd have more idea about it than me.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
See,
I don't know.
Originally, like how they really, what they should do, DC, is they should build up the individual franchises.
Bingo.
Batman. Who wouldn't want to just see Batman movies?
Yes.
And get rid of the clutter of the Justice League.
That would be too much right for them to start from scratch and build up these like Marvel did with they superheroes. That'd be too much right for them to do that.
Well,
you know what? Here's
Gun, they could be able to do that properly.
Well, here's the thing. You realize that Ant-Man and the Wasp is a possibility they could beat Justice League, and that's saying a lot. I mean, Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is Ant-Man 2. I mean, it's over 600 million, right?
Yeah.
It needs to be 657 to tie Justice League. That's saying a lot. I mean, DC made a mistake, and they jumped right into it, Avenger style, and nobody gave a shit. Compared to them. So now you got to go back.
Here's a slight backstory. Boom. They should have said Superman versus Batman versus Superman for the second or third movie instead of.
They should have not did Dawn of Justice at all because it's just too many storylines in one movie.
What's up, Philip?
Hiya.
So I think listen. Forget about egos. Forget about just you know what? Suck it up. Just do a Batman movies. The hell with the whole. Forget about. This is what the thing is. People will just overlook rather than have to deal with the whole universe change. So just do a Batman deep movie where he's facing somebody, and then do another Batman and another Batman. While that's happening, do a couple of Supermans.
Yes.
Do a couple of Wonder Womans. And what you do is, they already announced that they cannot make a Cyborg movie, which really made them look bad.
Yeah. Cyborg, I'm sorry, Cyborg is a neat guy, but I cannot see how he could hold a movie all the way through.
They basically made the announcement that they cannot afford to do a Cyborg movie because it costs too much.
Right, yeah.
Now, the reason why they're saying it costs too much is not because they can't afford it. It's because they don't want to lose money like Justice League and all these other things. Because they have no faith in the product. So they're not going to do a Cyborg movie. In fact, he's probably not even going to appear anymore. Okay? They're not going to... The Flash movie, they're iffy about. Because they also don't feel that... They think Flash is connected with that, will not stand on its own to make money. They don't think it will make money. I mean, they're talking about it, but they're a little hesitant about it.
Oh, yeah.
Aquaman thing,
because they screwed the pooch so bad that,
a lot of people are saying the Aquaman movie is like a phase 1 Marvel, which it's there. It's not anything to jump up and down about. They're worried about them losing money with that.
Oh, Jesus. They done messed up. They should have not. Trying to beat, but so all this came because they was trying to beat with Marvel. And Marvel, they didn't want to probably be similar to how Marvel did theirs. Because let's be honest, they did a lot of character development with their characters.
Yes, they did.
They built them up properly. And DC is afraid of getting some flack probably from other people that, you know, they trying to be like Marvel, which is bullshit, because that's the actual way you're supposed to do a universe like that. You build your characters up, you get the audience on their side, and then at the end you do this coup de grace where all the characters come together and fight a big villain. That's how you build up a superhero universe. You don't start from the beginning, the back of it, and then reverse. That's not how you do things. I don't get this mentality that you have to start from the back and then work your way to the front, because that's not how it works.
No.
So what they're trying to do now is they're trying to do damage control, where they had announced tons of movies. And, of course, if they would eliminate tons of movies, they would look really, really bad.
Yeah.
In other words, it was like they had an unlimited
damned if they do, they're damned if they don't.
They had an unlimited paycheck. So this is the problem with the DC cinematic universe. They had announced 2 different Joker movies. That's definitely happening. They had announced The Batman, which is definitely happening. They said that they're getting a female writer and director for Batgirl. They're doing Nightwing. They're doing Harley Quinn. They're doing Suicide Squad 2. They're doing Birds of Prey with Harley Quinn. And they're doing Gotham Sirens with Harley Quinn. All those movies are part of Batman's umbrella.
They should do Batman first, then pick and choose between those they're going to do.
The problem, right. Like, basically, it's not established yet. Batman is not really established.
But ain't Birds of Prey have a big plot reveal on that? Because of one of the people.
I'm not sure. See, here's the thing. Not everybody is a DC fan to know what the hell. Like, how are you going to have a Nightwing movie before you have a Batman with Robin in the movie?
Exactly,
You're so, and they want to have a Red Hood movie that came after too. I mean, like,
how they gonna do Birds of Prey with Oracle though? Because that's part of Batman. That's a big plot thing with her. My
suggestion is, and I know that the problem is they're going ahead with the Joker movie before the Batman movie, which really is. I'm not. I honestly think that should not happen. But
no, it shouldn't.
And that Joker movie is in an alternate universe in the 80s. Because they're trying to do something as close to Michael Keaton 1989 Batman as possible. Because they think that that's the direction they need to go in. But if you're going in that direction, then why don't you just have Michael Keaton as Batman in the damn movie?
Exactly. Yeah.
And stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit. Just stop trying to copy off of it, but then just ask him. I mean, I know he's contractually obligated with Marvel, okay? And I know there's a clause with Sony, and he cannot. You know what? Ask him anyway if you're allowed to. Ask him. But, I mean, if you're going to be in that time period, let it be from that universe. But they're not going to do that. So, you know what? Then we have a second Joker movie that is set in this universe.
But that doesn't make sense. How is this?
Because in order to hold on to Jared Leto, they have to get him to be in a Joker movie so they could use him later for Suicide Squad 2 or whatever, or else he's going to bounce completely.
That's their fault.
Yeah.
That's their fault.
If he bounces, I wouldn't blame him.
Thank you. I'm going next door. And
so this is the situation with him, right? He wanted to go on. I heard about this. He wanted to go on vacation in the Alps and skiing or something. Somebody fucking told him he can't fucking ski because he's under contract. And he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Right. So this is the bullshit that's going on. Like the Disney, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Fucking companies think that they could fucking tell you what to do because they're worried about their fucking, like, they're like, yo, that's an insurance policy. If he gets hurt, he can't be the Joker. You know? So he goes, fuck you, basically. He said, fuck you, basically. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do.
Damn right
and try to fucking sue me.
We're not.
Marvel is loving it. So they told Sony they got him for Morbius, which is another conflict now. So he's still going to do the Joker movie.
Nobody is under a slave contract anywhere in this world. Well, hopefully they're not. But it seems like they try to do the slave mentality that if you sign to them, you own them. Hell no. You don't own nobody.
And you don't need to get their effing permission to appear in any other movie while he's not filming, because that's bullshit too. He's not getting paid millions to sit home. So
exactly.
Even Disney too, like Robert Downey Jr. What is he doing? A Disney movie, right? After that, and another Disney movie. Like, the fuck if he wanted to do something? Is he that contractually set with Disney where he can't do anything else?
This is like the 30s and 40s and that, where signed for this movie company, you can only do those movies. You sign for this company, you can only do their movies. It's not that type of setup nowadays. Somebody can sign up for, okay, I want to do a Disney movie. Boom, I'll do that. Oh, you want to do a Warner Brothers movie? You can go do that. Yeah, it's like they're going back to that old time where once you've signed up for this or that movie company, you can't not. We own you until we say.
Well, see, the weird Disney contract is that they can't. A superhero from Marvel can't be a superhero in DC unless the contract is up, right? Or some shit, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
But DC is starting to try to adapt something similar, which is blowing up in their face with the Jared Leto thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which if he wasn't going to be Morbius before, he immediately signed because he's like, well, F you, basically.
Yeah.
But now DC is annoyed because they can't have that. So he's got to stay the Joker. So you know what? Again, this, like I was telling you before, this Marvel DC rivalry is deep. There's nothing that's going to do to fix it. And shit's going to hit the fan real soon when we find out what Avenger was offered a deal for DC. Then shit's really going to happen. But anyway.
I'm thinking it was Cap. I'm thinking it's the guy. I think it was Evans. I strongly starting to believe more and more it was Evans.
You know what? It could be. It could be Chris Hemsworth. I'm not sure. But
I'm seeing more Evans than I am Hemsworth.
And you know what? They're gonna fucking lose their shit.
Mm-hmm.
Disney and Marvel. But we're getting back to the Batman umbrella. You do a Batman 1, you do a Batman 2, then maybe you could have a Batgirl movie or a Nightwing movie or whatever. But you can't have the second.
No, wait a minute. Nightwing should come after Batman,
right?
Batgirl, because Nightwing was already established when she got made into.
You got to establish a couple Batman movies, and then you do that. The problem is they're putting all the, and I'm just going to say secondaries. Mm-hmm. They're putting the secondaries ahead of the main thing, and that's going to cause a problem because no one's going to know what the hell is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like why Harley Quinn's in 3 or 4 different movies.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to understand that they're only doing it because of popularity. It's got to make sense.
Yes.
And it's going to start to not make sense. The Batman, everybody's looking to the Batman movie to change everything. Now, as far as I know, Justice League 2 is scrapped.
Well, it should be.
Completely for now.
Justice League 1 sucked balls.
They need to rebuild individual movies for these guys, sequels, whatever. Come back with a Justice League movie in maybe about 7 years where they're established enough. And don't call it like Justice League 2, just call it Justice League United or some shit, whatever. But you got to establish a universe, and they're not establishing it.
And if there's any hint of that first one, tell them that maybe that's an Elseworld type of thing, or Flashpoint took place during some time during that point in time, and that's how things got switched to Rude.
I mean, what do you think, Connor, of all this?
I don't really have any knowledge on the whole DC Marvel thing, but I wouldn't object to seeing. To be honest, I'm far more fascinated by the Batman projects than anything.
Yeah,
I've always had like an affinity towards Batman. The Joker film, for example, I can't wait for. That's an amazing cast. Phoenix and Robert De Niro and all them.
All you have to do is say Robert De Niro on books. I can't forget.
Yeah, that's good casting. That is casting that will get bums in seats in the theatre. And then if you were to come in and say, oh, well, we've got Kitt Harington as Batman as well, that would also attract a new audience as well. So as far as my knowledge can reach, if it's all about, I think, how how they sell their films.
Yeah,
really, and especially how they're made, and they've got to be made really well. I think.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't agree with DC throwing 20 movies and announcing 20 movies and having no clue.
That's all they're trying to do.
They have no person that's like, was it Kevin Feige? They don't have that to basically connect the dots.
Feige.
They don't have anybody to connect the dots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have no. Yeah.
I don't think that you should ever like announce 20 films in one turn.
Right.
It's stupid. It's impractical. It's just because how can you manage 20 productions?
Right.
Because the minute you announce them, they're in pre-production.
Yeah.
Right.
And people are automatically speculating what they're going to be.
Well, let me add up all the Batman just umbrella films. So we got Joker. I'm just going to say Joker 2, even though it's not Joker 2. The Batman, Batgirl, Nightwing, Harley Quinn, Red Hood, Deadshot? Is it Deadshot or Deadlock? What was that Will Smith's character?
Deadshot.
Deadshot, right?
Mm-hmm.
They said he's getting a movie.
No good.
Then we got Suicide Squad 2, and then we got Birds of Prey, and then we got Gotham Sirens is 11. 11 just Batman-related shit.
So that's 3 films with Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Well, she was supposed to have a movie, Harley Quinn and the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Then Gotham Sirens, then Birds of Prey, and then Suicide Squad 2. So 4 films.
She's not going to do 4 films.
I don't think so either.
She's far too popular. She's getting jobs like I change underwear. You know,
when you're talking about these films, are they being done back to back? Is that what you're saying?
Well, see, the problem is that while they announce all these films are like most of them are going to happen. Nobody has a damn clue what's going to come first. Mm-hmm. And the biggest thing now is DC just confused the shit out of everybody because they immediately feel that this universe alone would be a failure. So they rebranded the DCEU, which you know how the Marvel Universe and Disney's the MCU. It's called just the Worlds of DC because they're going to do alternate realities, thinking that's going to save their universe. So they could have Nightwing in a completely different universe, which you're going to confuse the shit. Yeah, you're going to confuse the shit out of people because they're not going to know what universe is what. I mean that, and now they are going to approach Michael Keaton to do Batman Beyond, but they can't do it yet because he's signed with Marvel. But they're thinking about having him in Batman Beyond film.
And they should.
They should, yeah.
They should.
Yeah, they should.
But, you know, that's something that would be 12 then. That would
because
be 12.
I honestly expect his Batman to be the one in Batman Beyond anyway.
Yeah.
Are you talking about him playing? Are you talking about him playing old Bruce Wayne?
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah.
Then Terry, whatever his name, playing the young Batman in the Yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the other properties they have Shazam, and Black Adam is the evil version, like what to connect with the Shazam universe.
Yeah.
So that Shazam's technically got like 2 kind of movie connected. All right, Shazam and Black Adam. Then you have Man of Steel 2, which they didn't re-sign him.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So because they didn't re-sign him,
So
he's now doing The Witcher.
Oh man.
Damn. Oh,
that's gonna be
hurts.
my pet peeve is gonna be if they're gonna I'm already nervous about video games to movies. I don't know if that's gonna be successful.
I know.
So far, the only video game I wish they would try to do, or even bring in a character from, is that Ruby Malone character from the Wet
Oh, Wet series, yes.
Yes.
I love Wet.
I would love to have seen them introduce her in maybe Fast and the Furious or the Triple X movies. So if they would do it that way and then then it would be good.
Right. Now, besides Shazam and Black Adam, they're pondering Green Lantern, but they're kind of holding back a little bit because...
Isn't Green Lantern supposed to be hinted in Supergirl?
Well, the CW stuff is different.
I know, but I could have sworn I saw or heard something about that.
So the one thing I heard is because they never really made Man of Steel 2 official, they're going to do a Supergirl movie, which is, I think, is going to be a mistake because they're trying to bounce off the popularity of the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but then they said certain things like they couldn't have Harley Quinn and Arrow, which is bullshit because she was technically an Arrow.
Yeah.
And the Suicide Squad was technically an Arrow. They should just not. They should allow them to do whatever they want to do, because now they're using the CW to make and I think that would be a conflict because you know you're gonna have a movie version of Supergirl. You're gonna have her as Supergirl. They should just use her. You know, they should use them.
What would be unique if you want to do one of those Arrow Flash universe type of things? We bring in the gal who played her initially in the So-So movie. And she could be maybe an older version of Power Girl.
Maybe it's the purest of me, but I don't think that the television universe or the movie universe should mix. I think they should be their own separate thing.
Yeah, same here.
That's going to confuse too many people if they're trying to bounce off of Supergirl. So if they're going to do Supergirl, then I think they should not mix the universes like that. They already have enough time keeping it.
I don't think they should do a Supergirl movie right now.
Yeah, that's bad.
Notice how they don't have a Batman in the Arrowverse, but now they can do Batwoman.
Yeah,
and they have a Superman in the Arrowverse, but now we don't have a Superman for the movie universe because he's not signed. I mean, he's going to appear in Shazam, I heard.
Oh, okay.
He's going to cameo in there, but they used his last appearance for Shazam. Which
basically loosely based it on the CW animated movie they did.
You know what? I have a feeling if they don't get their act together, they're going to lose him as Superman, which they got to sign him. They got to sign him soon.
Funny if they lose him for the cinematic universe, they gain him for the CW universe, and he's in the Arrow Flash universe.
The DC just need to just drop everything, just go back to square one, because it seems like just keep Wonder Woman since you already established her. But
that's why they don't want to. They don't want to do a new universe. So that Wonder Woman's so friggin' popular, that they got to keep that universe going. But they got to tweak it and change it because it sucks.
Yeah, they should just go and just do Batman and just go and run with the Batman movies for a while and then build up Superman again. Because it honestly, all these ideas are going to convince, going to confuse people, and then you got Birds of Prey that you have to establish Oracle's character because nobody's going to know what the hell she is on Birds of Prey.
It's a mess. Like you go in the office, they're like, oh, nobody knows what movie's next. Nobody knows what movie's connected to what movie. There's no person in charge to put it together. They don't know how to do it. They don't have somebody.
Yeah.
And now Marvel's going through some shit too, because Marvel Disney, they pissed everybody off with the Guardians of the Galaxy thing. James Gunn.
Exactly.
Not only became James Gunn, it became James Gunn. Then it became they canceled the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now they may alter friggin' Avengers 4 because James Gunn stuff in there, which is pissing everybody off. And now they got to change now they had to change, and they had to push Doctor Strange 2 earlier. So they signed Benedict Cumberbatch for tons of movies. Like totally. He's got this crazy contract now. That like maybe 5 movies. Whether it be, an Avengers movie or whatever, it's like he's set, So that's coming in Guardians of the Galaxy's place.
That's why you need statutes of limitation on certain stuff,
right.
because they really done effed up, very bad. And with Guardians, which is probably one of the best films out of Marvel that I have seen, was that and Black Panther, and because of sort of the vision that James Gunn had for that whole thing. I mean, you can't even beat Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and then you're gonna tell him F him. Just do the right thing, let him finish it, and then let him go.
Yeah, there we go.
Let him go after it.
Raw, and then pay him for it.
Yeah.
Then,
well, there's another. The story keeps getting expanding, and it keeps getting better and better and better every time.
Of course,
because you know how they want Taika Waititi. How do you say his name, Connor?
Taika Waititi.
Thank you, Sally.
Yeah, Taika Waititi.
So they had talked with him about doing a Marvel film, but they didn't say what. Right now, Paul Feig, who did Ghostbusters, like somebody they threw his name in the hat to do a Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and he said flat out he's not disrespecting James Gunn. He ain't doing it.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm not doing it because they would disrespect James Gunn. Right. He flat out would probably love to do it, but he ain't doing it. Principle. That's perfect. Taka, something just happened, and he might be starring in a role that Disney is, from what I understand, is very concerned with. Because again, they don't have him signed, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be something controversial that he could do that they would be like, oh, because they don't want to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This is a rumor right now. He wants to play Adolf Hitler or something.
Okay.
Like, and they're kind of either star in it or do a movie on it, and they're kind of shaky about it. It has nothing to do with them, mind you. But they're like, you know, this is the situation where they want to control people.
Yeah,
but they can't control people. You know what I'm saying? Like Matt Smith becoming Charles Manson. Thank God it didn't affect him getting Star Wars. But we said that's a thing to make or break his career. Now it won't break his career because if he screws up in Star Wars, that will break his career.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's already filming. So it has nothing. Whatever he does with Charles Manson, it's kind of erased. It's like overlooked. But based on his performance, he'll screw it up if he does bad in Star Wars.
Well, I doubt. Matt Smith is like on a trajectory that's similar to, you know, the greats out there. So he might be at this point very, you know, experienced and know how to do different things for that character.
I think he'll do great.
He really has the potential to be one of the greatest actors in this generation. So yeah, I don't think he's going. I think he's going to
knock it out of the park with Star Wars.
Yeah, he's going.
And then people are going to forget about these shitty roles that he's done.
Exactly.
Right. But now, like Marvel, what Marvel's situation is, Sony, they have to have this contract with Sony because Sony has the rights to their main moneymaker, Spider-Man. Which, if you didn't know, Spider-Man made more money. It's on record. Merchandising, movies, video games, than Superman, everybody. It's astronomical that you put them all together, and Spider-Man still made more money than all of them together, right? So Sony is doing what DC is, and Warner Brothers, and they're throwing movies out there because their situation is dire. While they make tons of money in the video game market that will never go bankrupt with, the Sony Pictures division is losing like $1 billion or $2, like where they may sell it. Now they're not selling it yet. Their money from the video game industry, they're pumping into the movie industry, but they're losing, right?
Yeah.
So what Sony Pictures is doing is they're announcing all these Spider-Man characters, like Batman, sort of. You know how DC's doing the thing with the Batman movies, with all these characters?
Yeah.
Black Cat's getting her own movie. Silver Sable is getting a separate movie. Mysterio is getting... I mean, they're throwing names out. Kraven the Hunter movie. This. Characters that should not have a movie by themselves. Okay? Like, these are characters that, like, Spider-Man beat. Some of these characters are like a villain that, you know, but they're not... They cannot have their own movie, so. Yeah. Okay? You don't do that. And what they're going to do is they want Silk to have her own movie because now they want the female Spider-Man type of thing. So then they want to have that. They want to have the sales with the females, with the Black Cat and Silver Sable, the diversity and shit. They're going to probably make as many movies as Batman that they have these things planned for Spider-Man. And they also took on a contract with Valiant Comics, which Vin Diesel is signed as one of the main superheroes.
Yeah.
And Disney is effing livid because Vin Diesel is Groot, and maybe they were going to give him another vehicle. And now they're pissed because Sony has Marvel movies and they don't like that. Like, Marvel doesn't like that. They're like, no, Sony shouldn't have like multiple comic universe. That's kind of effed up, but there's nothing they can say about it. If Disney or Marvel gets a little wise, then Sony could pull out and say, no, you can't have Spider-Man past our agreement. And then they're screwed. Then Disney's screwed. Totally. So right now things are weird with Sony and Marvel, especially since they got Chris Hemsworth as in Men in Black. And if they tie him up with 3 Men in Black films,
that's right,
he can't do Thor, which they're not happy about anyway, because they saw the cha-ching with Ragnarok, and they were thinking, well, maybe we'll throw out another Thor movie. Might not happen because he may be locked. So this is where we're going to see how these movie companies play out with their crybaby antics and these weird-ass contracts that come out. So it's going to get very interesting, folks, real soon. Especially when we find out what Avenger may be signed with DC.
Evans.
You thought you seen shit slung with both. Shit will go down.
Oh, good Lord.
I guarantee you shit will go down if they sign an Avenger. Marvel will systematically find a way to sign every Justice League member in a role and fracture that whole effing thing. They'll find a way to get Margot Robbie out of there. Everything. They will. I mean, already they're annoyed about the Avenger thing. Already, Jason Momoa was approached. Jason Momoa, is that how you say his name?
Momoa, yeah.
Yeah. He was approached. I heard he was approached as Kraven the Hunter, which. Goodbye, Aquaman. That would be.
Yeah.
So
you probably already say goodbye, Aquaman, because the way it looks as it is. So
yeah. So Marvel is annoyed, and DC's annoyed, and this thing is going to get deep once this happens. I mean, don't be surprised if they try to get Tobey Maguire in a DC movie, or they're going to do grimy shit. Even if just to have it, they're going to do it.
Yeah, just to have
it. It doesn't matter. They don't even. It's an ego thing. They'll. Just to have these actors in there, they'll effing do it. Maybe they'll even sign Wesley Snipes or some shit, like DC. Just effing spite, So it's going to get ugly real soon. Probably in about 6 months, it's going to get real ugly. So, and whatever happens with the comics is going to get shattered. Because I heard there was going to be a Marvel vs. DC comic thing again that was going to happen for 2019. I heard it was in the works. Now, that's a rumor. But if this shit happens with the films and shit, that's definitely not gonna happen.
Yeah.
They're gonna be complete enemies, completely, just done. It's all about egos. And speaking of egos, we have one more thing to talk about. The Ego sequel, the Halloween movie. The only reason it was made. One more time, right, Scott?
The only reason it was made because of
a battle with Rob Zombie, where Rob Zombie's like, Michael Myers is immortal, and John Carpenter's like, no, he's not. And then Rob Zombie's like, have you seen the Halloween movies? And he's like, not really. Which, I understand he created it, but wouldn't you want to see your character appear? How could you not see the other Halloween movies?
Yeah.
And then how could you think they suck if you didn't see them? That's another thing. So the whole purpose of doing this Halloween movie was not for the fans. It's not for you. I'm sorry, it wasn't. It wasn't created for you. It wasn't created for me. It wasn't created for anybody. It was because his ego was involved, and he was supposed to do a movie where Michael Myers is mortal and he gets killed at the end. Okay? Now we heard differently. Now we heard that they're so anticipating that this is going to bring them in tons of money, that that's why they put something in the end to do another sequel. Which means he doesn't die, which...
That's right.
What's the fucking purpose then? Because it's all about this. He may have an ego, maybe, and kill the character to prove a point, but you're not killing the character, so how are you proving your point then? Then you are making him immortal. This is what they don't understand. So right now, they're counting the money before it's there, and they really think they're going to make tons of money. They're talking sequels when there is not supposed to be a sequel. Not supposed to be. So, money talks, man. I'm sorry. And you know what? We'll see.
Blue jeans, baby. Forever.
We'll see. It's like when they were going to kill Jason Voorhees, and they're like, "Oh, a lot of people want to see this movie." I don't know, man. They're like, but you chopped him up like you put cold cuts in the slicer. How can you survive that? I don't know. Maybe he can. And what happened? Jason's alive again. So, money talks. I'm telling you. If you did a Batman movie with Kitt Harington, that Batman movie did like $1 billion something. Kitt Harington would be signed for like 3 effing movies.
That's
They'd be like, that. We all set. Bye, 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 bye. Forget about the Justice League. Forget about all this shit. That's what it would be. Moment you got a hit like that, that would be the whole thing. You did a Man of Steel 2, that they did phenomenal. Man of Steel 3, Man of Steel 4, that's what would happen. So.
But the only way they can do a Man of Steel is if they do them separate from Batman, which is where Batman's the light, Superman, where Batman's the dark, Superman's the light.
Just don't appear in the damn movie. Yeah. Nobody appear in Superman movie. Nobody. Yeah.
Wait for your 3rd movie and then have him even hinted.
Don't mention anything.
Yep.
Doesn't like it didn't even exist. Just him being Clark, him being Superman, effing deal with it, and that's it. And I want to get poor Philip didn't say a word. So I want to get Philip's take on it.
I don't know. It's all over my head.
Well, what do you like characters? Do you like Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Flash?
I'm more a fan of Superman than Batman.
Okay.
I'm more a fan of Superman than Batman.
Yeah.
I'm very much into my Superman movies and comics and things.
And that's another, yeah.
Batman's okay. This idea with Kitt Harington being rumored to be picked for Batman, I don't know how he would handle that. I don't know whether he'd be good with it. He might be
perfect.
He'd be perfect for Bruce Wayne. I could see that. Batman, I need to see a bit more from him.
Listen, why? Because you know, if he has a deep voice, like, what do you want? Like something like that. Anybody can do that. Come on.
Not
he don't even have to voice himself. Like somebody else could talk for him.
That's true.
Be like Aunt Beru from friggin' Star Wars. She wasn't talking, the actress. Look at the guy in the Nuclear Man from friggin' Superman 4. The guy when he talks.
Yeah,
they
utilized.
He was, I guess, what was he, gay? And he was talking like, "Oh, Superman!" It's like, what? And they got Gene Hackman in there. Destroy Superman now. It's like, what the hell?
Supposed to be a clone of Superman, so they should have had Christopher Reeve's voice.
Superman, I will stop you! And it's like,
this Batman movie with whoever they're trying to choose to be the Batman, is it another reimagination of the beginnings of Batman again, or is it?
See, the problem is I'm very. Originally, it was Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
That had this grand scheme plan to write it and direct it. Now he's not doing it. His scripts are in the garbage. Matt Reeves has a vision, but I don't know what the hell the vision is. I don't know if he's going to do anything from Zack Snyder stuff. I don't know if he's going to do new shit. I have no idea. We heard that Josh Gad may be the Penguin.
I heard that name before.
But then we heard, what do you call it? Someone wanted to be the Penguin, which would step on his toes. I think it was it Edgar Wright? No, not Edgar Wright. Nick Frost. I'm sorry, Nick Frost. Nick Frost wanted to be the Penguin.
Nick Frost. Oh.
And I'm like, oh.
No. As much as
no, Santa, no.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what came to my head then.
Yeah, no.
No.
So I don't know who the villain is of the Batman movie. I don't know who Batman is. If it's Kitt Harington, okay. But then you need a strong Connor, right? You need a strong villain for if Kitt Harington's Batman. Who the hell would the villain be? And the actor. Who would the actor be? Or actress? As a Batman villain.
Because he's what, like, he's not that tall, old Kitt Harington.
I mean,
so it'll be
they can make it look like whatever. I mean, look, if they can have,
I know.
You know, if Black Widow was like 7 months pregnant and shit, and you could, I mean, you know, just like Mustache Gate, you spend like $1 million to erase the mustache, or you spend a couple $1 million to erase the baby in her stomach. I mean, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
they could do something. Then they can make freaking Kitt Harington look tall and shit. Why not?
Yeah, they could.
Well, look how they did. Everybody was against Keaton, but yeah, he managed to pull it off perfectly.
Philip's by phone. He's being called. By whom? No. So anyway, what do you think, Connor? Connor. I put Connor to sleep because I'm friggin' boring. That's what happened. Silence? We got silent all of a sudden. Okay. Is that it? Okay. Let me see what else before we go. Daredevil trailer. Didn't they have the Daredevil like teaser or something out that came out?
I heard there was going to be one, but I haven't had a chance to see.
No, he had it already. He was talking in the confessional. Yeah. That I'm looking forward to. Conjuring 3 is going to start filming in 2019. Don't ask me what it's about. I have no clue. X-Men Dark Phoenix are doing reshoots as we speak. I mean, the pictures look nice. I have no idea what the hell they're doing. Again, so there's that. And Paul Feig is talking about Ghostbuster 2 plans that didn't happen. Which I guess he wanted to happen internationally, but this is making the rounds constantly lately. I don't think we're gonna see. I mean, I would like to see another Ghostbusters 2016. I don't think we're gonna have it, but we'll see. Anything could happen with Sony lately. So, all right, I think we're out of here for now, guys. So, thank you guys very much. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.